All right, so the A's played the Angels once again in the second game of this series, and unfortunately lost by a final score of 5-1. Another classic example of the A's offense not getting the runs it needs to succeed and win games. So yeah, the A's lose and they drop this series. Obviously, they lost the first game of the series, and as it's a 30-game series, they will lose this series. It's also our 70th loss of the year, so it kind of soaks in how bad our record is after 111 games, 41-70. It hurts a little bit, but sort of expected. The Angels had Shohei Ohtani on the mound, who was pretty good pitching-wise. Didn't allow any runs, had 6 solid frames. He also got a nice home run that I'll mention in a bit. The A's had James Caprillion, who did okay. He wasn't great. He allowed 3 runs, but not a horrible performance for James Caprillion. So, yeah, let's get into this action here. The Angels, pretty good game for them. James Caprillion, though, in the top of the second, got a nice, kind of circus catch, and that was a highlight-worthy play. The A's had a nice hit from Seth Brown in the bottom of the second. He tried to stretch it, into a double, and he was out after review. So that kind of hurt us a little bit, and I feel like the momentum shifted. David Fletcher got an RBI single in the top of the third inning, and that was with a runner on third. Hit out, bloop out to left field, and that scored it their first run of the game. So it was 1-0. Taylor Ward got his 15th home run of the year, a 3-run shot to left field. That made it 4-0 LA Angels. And, Caprillion allowed that. Not a great moment for him, and that made it 4-0 Los Angeles. And the Angels made it 5-0 after Shohei Ohtani got his 25th homer of the year off Sam Selman. Selman obviously didn't do great in his little short time out here in this game. Facing his former team, allowed that home run to Shohei Ohtani. And, Ohtani, obviously, it's crazy how he can pitch a great game and also hit a homer in the same game. That was home run number 118 of his career, which is he passed Ichiro Suzuki for the second most home runs by a Japanese-born player, and he passed up Hideki Matsui. So that's he's behind Hideki Matsui now. So he passed up Ichiro, which is crazy. Chad Pinder did get the A's on the board, which prevented us from being shut out. He had his 10th home run of the year, and it was a nice home run to center field. It made it 5-1, but the A's, it was too late at that point. It was the 9th inning, and Jose Quijada secured the win for the Angels. So the Angels win it 5-1, like I said. They win the series, where the A's are going to try to get at least one win in this series in the next game. I mentioned this in the last game, but we have a lot of AL West action within our division. We're going to have a lot of games. We're going to play the Angels, then Astros, then Rangers, then Mariners. And so hopefully we can get some of those wins and, make some things interesting. We're not making the playoffs, but if we can prevent other teams like our foes from making the playoffs, that would be good, division foes. And, it would be interesting to see how that worked. With the way we've played against the Astros this year, how good we've been against them. So I'm looking forward to that, but at the same time, pitching needs to get better. But more importantly, I think the offense needs to get better. I mean, to think that 1 run has been scored in this game where we had a decent amount of base runners, 6 hits for the A's in this game, and even more base runners considering we had a decent amount of walks and there were errors. I think the A's just are sort of in a dry spell with their offense, considering how good they've been in certain moments, against the Rangers in that series and against the Astros. Their offense was pretty good. And so I just think it's kind of unfortunate that they've just kind of let it go to waste in some of these other games. So, yeah, guys, the A's lose 5-1 to the Angels, and that's 41-70. The Angels are 48-63. They're not much better than us, but they're still better, and so that's going to do it. So, as always, let me know your guys' thoughts on this game. I will see you guys later, and, go A's.